Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub, and with me we have Mr. Absar. Hello and welcome to my IELTS video.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to have
Okay,
you here.
thank you so much. So, Mr. Absar is a good friend of mine, and he's in my IELTS masterclass as well. And mashallah, he answers the questions very well. So, this video is going to be a simple IELTS speaking video, a specimen video, where you can see the answers Mr. Absar is going to give us. These answers are a good specimen for bench score 7 to bench score 8. Right? So, Mr. Absar, are you ready?
Yes.
Shall we start the speaking test?
They're good to go.
Okay, thank you. Did you have a favorite book when you were a child?
Yes. I mean, when I was a child, I was more inclined towards Urdu poetry, and just Bangedra was my favorite book, which has been written by our Mr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, who is the national poet of Pakistan as well. During that period, I learned quite a few poems, and I learned them by heart as well, which I can recall now as well. I still remember those poems. Beautiful poems for children, for young people, and even for the older generation as well.
All right. How much reading do you do for your work or studies now, like for your job?
Well, my job is more of a customer services oriented job. Well, I have done Masters in Business Administration way back about 20 years ago. And I still utilize those notes that I have done during that period for my day-to-day experiences. But as far as the academics are concerned, it's a very busy and a hectic schedule, so I hardly find any time to read a book, although I would love to read something. Lately, I have read a couple of magazines, especially the Reader's Digest, which is very good for...
Okay. All right. What kinds of books do you read for pleasure?
As I mentioned earlier, these days hardly find a time to read anything. But yes, these new magazines, and there is a application or a website called LinkedIn on the internet, which is available. And there people post some articles regarding my job requirements and my job status these days. So I always go through them, and then I'm very much into gadgets, so I read documents or the new advancement things on that, so that I can be aware of all the advancements that's going on in the world.
Okay. Do you prefer to read a newspaper or a magazine online, or you prefer to buy a copy of it?
Well, these days, getting books from a bookstore is not much of a habit these days. So, and we are so much inclined towards the online things that now they have introduced that Kindle as well, which is like reading a book on, like a physical book. And I mean, you can actually turn the pages on and it looks like So, given a time, whenever I find some time, and given the circumstances, I like to read them online.
All right, we now move on to IELTS speaking part 2. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish.
Okay.
The topic is describe a big city you would like to visit. So please, you can start.
Okay, so what we can see is the big city that I would like to visit is Istanbul. It's not the first time that I have been there. I have been living there for quite some time, but it always fascinates me, and I would like to visit it again. You see, the big cities seem attractive to someone because they think that there may be very exciting things to do, and many opportunities for the people to go there and work there and earn a lot of money. But presently speaking, the cities are so overcrowded and so busy that the things are getting difficult for the foreigners to go there and learn their living in those societies. So yes, to answer your question, I would like to go to Istanbul again and live there and enjoy my time over there.
All right, that's good. Let's move on to IELTS Speaking Part 3. What are the most interesting things to do while visiting cities on holidays?
Well, whenever you go to different cities, you need to explore them vis-a-vis their nature is concerned. There are some historical places and some touristic spots there. For me, since I'm a very much inclined towards food, I'm a foodie as well. So I love to try the new cuisines and enjoy myself and enhance my experiences of food. So that is one broader reason that I would like to go to visit those cities
Okay,
as well.
why can it be expensive to visit cities on holidays?
Well, when somebody, or I mean, anybody goes there on a holiday, most of the people are visiting those cities on holidays as well. So it will be very crowded. And then, especially if there is a touristic city, then the people living there, those shopkeepers, they know that these people are here for visiting. So they charge then enormous prices. And then, as compared to the economy that we are facing, the rupee has been devalued a lot. So when you travel to different countries, different cities of different countries, the exchange rate matters a lot. I mean, it affects your things. And then these shopkeepers, they want to deprive you of all the money that you have. So it becomes very difficult and very expensive to visit those cities.
All right. Do you think it is better to visit cities alone or in a group?
Well, that's a very relative question because you see, if you can get along with like-minded people, then yes, going with a group of friends matters a lot. But again, there are some pros for visiting alone as well. Because you see, when you go alone, and especially if you don't know the city, then you roam around on foot into the cities and to explore them. So going alone or with friends relatively depends on the circumstances and the city that you are visiting, and which one is better. I mean,
Okay.
it's hard to say which one is better.
Okay. Why have cities increased in size in recent years?
As I mentioned earlier, when I was discussing about the big cities, mostly the big cities are cosmopolitan ones. People from different walks of life, different breeds, and different creeds gather there to earn their living, and then they have like so much to do, and these cities have so much to offer as well. There may be some good employment opportunities. Then there may be higher a number of people living there and then crowded as well. So the chances of getting a good business out of it may be very crucial for you as well.
All right. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you.
And I'm really thankful to you that you actually agreed to record some speaking tests for
No.
my channel.
You're most welcome. I mean,
Thank
I'm always
you.
delighted to have.
Sure.
to be
We'll
here.
do more tests with you. And guys, by the way, if you want me to record more tests with Mr. Absar, please comment this video and then we'll make a series of speaking tests.
Definitely.
Okay? Speaking part 1, part 2, part 3 separately.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you so much once
Thank you
again.
very much.
Right? So, guys, I teach IELTS online all over the world and on campus in Lahore mainly, but I'm visiting Dubai from 13th December to 16th January. 13th December 2022, 16th January 2023. Okay, it's from 16th to 13th. Okay, so if you wish to be the part of my on-campus classes in Dubai, you can contact me. But if you're watching this video after that, don't worry, I'll come again, right? So all the best. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Allah Hafiz. And once again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Jazakallah.